Okay, I am in the hallway, about to go down the elevator. That's the view from the window. And here is the elevator. In the elevator, they have these little footprints. It's supposed to be only 4 people. It's like they want you to stand against the wall. It says here that they could put 13 persons in here, but I wouldn't get in here if there were 6 or 8. It's too small, too crowded. And the elevator is already at the ground floor. Here we go. Hello. And this is, hey, mayong buntag. This is the hallway. Coming out of the elevator. This is the lounge. Temporarily closed, just like everything, because of the quarantine. And even the swimming pool is drained. Yeah, very sad. And all of the young people who work here, the restaurants are closed. This is the walkway out towards the road here. And Abby and I, when we first came over here, we lived up in this building. And then we moved over to the other building. After about 5 months, we've been there for, I don't know, like a year and a couple of months. This young man is watering the flowers. Mayong buntag! And this is the entrance to the hotel. You can see when we come in our vehicle, they spray our tires, they take our temperature, and this is the Movenpick. So they have their big sign here. There it is, Movenpick. Then I'm going to go around now and show you the Movenpick buildings. The sun's very bright, so I can't tell. There's not a lot of traffic, so the road's safer. These guys are jeepney drivers waiting for customers. Mayong buntag!
Mayong buntag, mayong hapon.
Mayong hapon na! So this is the road that leads out to the end of Punta Engano. There's a building out there, the big condo building right on the end of the island. You need to build beaches out there because it's just rocky out there. Usually it's much more crowded. The quarantine is cut back on the traffic. As you can see, Abby worries about me because she says I'm too deaf and I'll get hit by a car, but I hear better than that, I think, because I have my hearing aids. This is Jasmine's store. Abby comes over here a lot, buys us some Filipino food. And here comes a jeepney or truck. Ooh. And Jasmine gives us a discount when we buy meals for the dump site. Bring the kids there and bring them hot food. Okay, back to walking. There's a tricycle hauling some building supplies down there to fix somebody's house. And there's a spa down here. Have to be careful. Very busy road, and even if it's quarantine, oh my gosh. Motorcycles are always fast. It's crazy. There's a spa here, Japanese seafood, restaurant like that. There's the chicken crowing. Mayong hapon! This is a gated community. They're building homes, but I can see it from up above, and there's not too many homes yet. There's a lot of empty lots. but they build really nice homes here. It's called the Blue Coast Residences. They've been spending a lot of money on Mactan Island, and they've made prices very expensive. It's incredible the amount of money they charge for a little one-bedroom condo. You pay $200,000 for a one-bedroom condo. They have lots of spas here. The Koreans, South Koreans, they're the ones who come here a lot. And so you can see they've got their Korean writings there. There's a Punta house. Lots of diving, Cebu diving. Dive center, scuba schools, international. Of course, while the rich people make money and spend money, the poor people live all around them, and they have to make their living. So this little store selling food down there. Well, you can eat in the resort for 20 bucks for one person. Over there you can eat for like $1. Quite a line of jeeps we got going here. Coming up the road. Have to have a lot of movement of goods too. Sometimes you get some 16-wheeler trucks coming through here. Aha. Yeah. And then, when you see these big walls, inside those walls it's like, well, you go to 4-star, 5-star hotels. This is the Abaca Boutique Resort. I'm sure they have a website. I'm sure you can look it up. I'm sure you're going to spend $200 a night there for a room. This is the B Resort. You can see the wires, lots of wires. I can see this resort from over at Movenpick. This is Chateau by the Sea. It's a resort. They have their gate open here. I've never been here. There's so many resorts. I've been to quite a few. You can see the beach on this side, and on the other side I can see the beach. It's just a few hundred yards actually, but can't see right now because there's a wall there. There's another scuba diving school. Doesn't look too grand. The one next to us has a practice pool and very nice restaurants. That one looks pretty much native. And unfortunately, this is what it looks like across the street from the resorts. Trash on the ground, undeveloped, wild. Yeah, but inside those walls, my goodness. Punta Engano, or Lapu-Lapu City, Mactan, they have 3, if I remember correctly, places where they convert the saltwater desalination plants. So they take the salt from the saltwater and make it potable. So they run a lot of water lines through here because there's a lot of 20-story buildings and hundreds of people living. And they need water. So water and power is delivered to this island. And on the other end, they're widening the road to 4 lanes and putting the sidewalks. Punta Engano is like a small isthmus on the end of Mactan. So I'm walking out towards the end of Punta Engano, towards the end of the isthmus. I don't know if I'll make it that far today, but that's where I'm at. Sometimes Abby walks down here to 7-Eleven just to pick things up. So getting the car and driving's always a hassle. So it's nice you can walk over here. Some guys down here carrying a heavy load. This is the Palm Beach Resort and Spa. Not a real big place. I'm sure it's very nice on the other end. Nice tropical beach, clean water. Who knows? And here's the 7-Eleven. They have lots of 7-Elevens here.
My friend.
There they go. They're carrying a transmission and engine somewhere. They're gonna fix it, I'm sure. Stars. Filipinos love karaoke. Mayong hapon. No. Look out. This is just across the street from the resort. I don't know. I'm trying to learn Cebuano. Dili pwede. Selling fish. No doubt, probably. Oh. There's guys over there. Yeah, manok. Trying to stay cool. It's Saturday here. Mr. Liempo. That's where they sell lots of pork. They're all over the Philippines, Mr. Liempo. You can see they're building a building over there. They've had trouble because they found a cave and they can't fill the cave for the foundation. They've been trying to fill that cave for a long time and haul a lot of dirt up here. A lot of sand. And people just build their houses taller and taller over the years. It's a typical Filipino little sari-sari store. Some clothes, some slippers, sanilas, gamit, tapos, damo, kahon. Yeah. So the people to get their supplies. In the Philippines, they love fighting cocks. Fighting roosters. That's what they got here. Lots of roosters. They gamble. They all meet somewhere, sometimes in buildings with lots of seats. And they all gamble and drink tanduhay, that's a rum. And they drink this coconut wine called tuba. And there's that resort back over there that they're just building, having trouble with the foundation. Looks like there's another one here. Lots of money. I probably speak with an accent. The only person I talk to is Abby, mostly. And when I was young, I came here and in the military and I learned some Tagalog. And then in the 80s, I lived with my family in Leyte. There they speak Waray or Samareño, and I learned some of that. Now I'm trying to learn Cebuano. And I think I know more Cebuano than Waray or Tagalog at this point. Although sometimes I just have to struggle getting it out until I get in the mood. It's hot here. Everybody loves buko. Buko juice, that's coconut juice. So get some of the nice cold juice with a little bit of the skin inside and it'll satisfy you. These people, their houses and their land's going to be worth a lot of money the more this island develops. But it's still a lot of poverty. Okay, I can get a better shot of the building where they're having trouble with the foundation. You can see they have a walkway there. Go between the two buildings in process. And no doubt this is going to be a 5-star resort. This stuff is sweet as Disneyland there. There's little roadside stands here. Playing music. Playing beats in it. All the way to crowded. You know what they're cooking over here? It's a chapel. They're selling goods. Problem is, no tourists. Left behind in the corner. Ayun, have fun! Wow. There's power lines over there. Lapu Lapu, the Emerald Resort Hotel and Casino Project. That's what that is. And by Lapu Lapu Leisure. Woo! There's a big truck and a jeepney racing down the road. It's like they're gonna kill me. Hi. Oh, shade. It's hot. Like the shade. Filipinos are always very pleasant, very happy. Barbecue. Lami, oi! And the jeepneys stop just anywhere and pick up their passengers. And then when they head out back into the road often, like this is a 2-lane, but when you're in a 4-lane road, they don't even look, they just go out slowly. You're expected to move. They care a lot of people in here. Hi. And this is shady here. This is going out towards the end of Punta Engano. Abby and I drove up here a lot of times. When you get a little farther, you start getting some big resorts. Big American style Brentwood, Tennessee houses even out in the end. And closed communities, guards and such. It's like a peaceful little quiet Filipino home here. And I'm really happy for the shade. I don't mind when I'm at the beach. Sometimes they have a market there apparently. They usually bring loads of fish and goods in the morning, then again in the late afternoon. This road goes on for quite a while. It's a nice home. Somebody has a big gate. Big home. Just average. This is Cebu Wuri Church. Mabuhay, welcome. Sunday service. They have a learning center for the kids. Enrollment now going on, maybe. Palihug, please don't. The children here. Please don't let the children pee here and put the trash. I think that's what it says. Itapok. Still working on my Cebuano. Well, there's a pile of seashells. People eat Abby eats it all the time. Sometimes I do. Eat the little creatures that are inside. Certainly we eat the mussels and the clams often at the restaurants. We're trying out these shells. It must have already got pretty dry or it would smell really bad, and I don't smell anything. There's a lot of shells. Maybe they make something with them, sell them. Some of them are quite, you shine them up and these would be quite marketable. A few of them are broke. I guess they look for the good ones. Okay, this side of the road looks like this. And in their efforts to develop, they're building a little shopping center here. They already put the spaces up for lease. We've got parking. But they're building more for the tourists than they are for the locals.
Hello.
The locals still survive any way they can. There's another building going up there. It's a Sheraton. You can see Sheraton on the front. Hey, Sheraton. Sheraton Hotel. And no doubt it's going to have a beachfront and pools and jacuzzis and $200 night rooms. I think the biggest, nicest resort is called JPark. Abby and I spent a lot of time there. Birthdays. When we first came, stayed there for lack of a house. Man, they have a wave pool. They have those big slides that are like 3 stories high. I rode them all every birthday just to prove I could, just like I did the zip line. I refused to get old without fighting. Anyway, I will keep walking and see what I run into. I don't see everything as well when I'm driving. Driving takes so much attention, especially imagine before the road was more busier than now, more people out. And you have to really pay attention when you're driving so you don't run over someone. Here's some seashells traders. So these guys over here are selling seashells. Exporter of all kinds seashell. Kamusta ka? Huh? Maayong man? Huh? Unsi magnalan? No name? You didn't have a name? Wala nalan? Oh well, little kids. This is my grandkids. I have 12. The oldest is like 19, I think, maybe 20. So, this is the house of the seashell place. Here, it's very nice. I just hate all those wires. My God. Hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully I can put them underground someday. This is the head of Lapu-Lapu. This Filipino chief in Mactan Island here. We've been to the memorial where they have a church and his big bronze statue, but they put his ulo, his head, everywhere because he killed the Spanish conquistador Magellan. When Magellan came to take over his area. Mayong hapon! Here's the entrance to that Sheraton that they're building. There's the guardhouse. There's a very nice resort out the end of the island. It's called Crimson. Abby and I went there once and got a day pass. The guy that's the general manager follows me on Facebook. He likes my posts. We met from when I was there for our day pass visit. He's a very nice man. I think he's a French guy, and he's married to a Filipino. Hi. I had to jump inside here in the shade. Starting to rain. You can hear the rain on this metal tin corrugated roof. I don't know if you can see it yet. Yeah, the road's starting to get wet. I saw the clouds. They'll pass in a minute. I just had to stand there. I didn't bring an umbrella. I had to stand there and wait. Okay, continuing my walk up Punta Engano. This is where the road turns, and it's all shaded. You have nice walls. Still a little bit of rain. Alit ulan, gutiay oran, and waray. Or Mike, too many languages. You know, the whole world. Trying to keep the raindrops off the camera. Doing pretty good. Aruba. That's Aruba. That's a resort. I don't know if it's being built or already built. There's about 25 really nice resorts here on Mactan Island that, you know, everything's as functional and as clean and as elegant as you would expect of a resort hotel in a first world country. Yeah. It's still raining. I'm probably gonna have to just hang out under the tree for a while. Well, the rain passed. It was a typical tropical downpour. I waited under a tree and then I walked up here. I'm a little wet. I really want to walk out this end of the island today, but I don't know if I'm gonna make it. May take a jeepney back and do it another day. I got a little wet. The sun would come out and dry off fast enough. Here comes a jeepney. I think I'm gonna go back. Abby's probably wondering, where is he? They changed jeepneys. That one just got me out of the rain, I guess. Clearing up now. But my sanilas are wet and slippery. That guy only took me a little ways. This guy said he's going to take me all the way to Movenpick. Most people ride jeepneys. Some can get taxis, others own cars. Most of the population rides jeepneys. Lots of kids get motorcycles these days. A lot of broken legs and hurt boys riding so crazy on those motorcycles. So this is a jeepney ride. Not busy, not stopping a lot this one. Okay, this is me in the jeepney going back to Movenpick because too much rain. And I am back to Movenpick. Yay! Oh well, next time I'll pick a day when it's sunny so I can walk out there and not get caught in the rain. Man. So sad. Everything's closed. Hardly any people. There's 10 rooms on our floor and only 2 rooms of people. 8 empty rooms.